And we're live. So, y'all gonna head back to the meeting? Now that Deep Spine has been rescued?
Yeah, I didn't really take any damage. How you guys doing?
Oh, I'm completely fine.
Yuna got stabbed.
I got stabbed.
How's your stab wound?
I hit her with
It's
a bit of
okay.
healing.
Yeah, we got a little bit of healing on it.
We
There's
started
blood
the
all over my
magic healing
clothes.
process.
I'm gonna hand you
What?
one of the potions that I bought because I still have 6 in my bag.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I can clean that if you want.
I think I'm gonna leave it. I think it makes a statement.
Okay.
Ooh.
The little things go back in this.
I will hand you a smooch on the forehead and then turn around and leave.
Did the things have any actual weapons, or would they?
No,
they
the clothing is turned to slime as well. It
Yeah, that's what I
slime.
figured.
Yeah,
So I am
now
taking
dripping from the ceiling and stuff because it.
I
got
am
everywhere.
taking as many bottles of goop as I can while they're figuring out their nonsense.
Yeah,
How many would that be? Do you think? Like
bottles
2,
of
3?
goop.
Sorry, how many?
Bottles of goop.
Bottles of goop. 1 bottles of goop.
Yeah, that is the best
Oh.
way to do it. Genuinely.
When you said that, your voice literally went all around my headset. So one
Yeah.
bottle of goop, and I was like, "Whoa!"
The surround William experience.
I'm
So,
noting doppelganger goop because that's what boss
what
called
they
them,
is.
so.
Yeah. You'll head back to the meeting, Deep Spine in tow, and Ulxia will ask, what happened exactly?
Mr. Deepspine was delayed. We simply assisted him with said delay.
Raka
Well, you-
is cleaning the dagger on his.
While,
on his
while you
wrist.
say that, Deep Spine walks around the table, hops up into his chair, and is ready for the meeting. And I do hope there will
We
be no
were
further
assisting with-
delays.
We were assisting with the delay. There's just a wound on Yuna.
Yeah!
This Raka shoots his blade out again, back in, seems to be moving smoothly. Okay, we're good.
Vosnor was saying that you had something you wished to announce in this meeting. Before he left in quite a hurry.
This is true. I have 2 things, really, to say. And then I'll go and sit down in my chair. And at this point, I will, for the first time since we've been in these meetings, take off my helmet and just kind of like plant that on the table. And just, oh my God.
Reveal your pretty
Sorry,
boy face.
continue. Sorry.
Yeah.
For the note,
And
Breaker was probably just in the back of this room behind the Dwarven delegate the whole time. You know, everyone forgot about him until just now.
I was just thinking, I'm like, man, when we got into that combat, I'm like, where the hell is this Breaker? Can't wait to see him in combat. And then he wasn't on the
Looks
turn
like you're
order.
gonna
I'm like,
have
well,
to
this
wait.
doesn't matter now. Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
anyways, yeah. So I'll just address the room to say, after much deliberation, we've decided, independently of ourselves, amongst those representing Narashiro, that you're correct in your thinking when it comes to adding the Weavers as a faction to the Treaty of the Deep. It seems hasty and perhaps unwise. So now is not the time for this. We will deal with them within our own faction, but keeping the treaty as is probably for the best at this time.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the haste runs out and I fall asleep for 6 seconds to everyone's confusion. I was talking really fast before that though. No, but yeah, and then I'll just kind of like let that marinate for a minute, let everyone process what's being said. And after that, I will roll out on the table a map of the Underdark and the map that Rakath drew for me of the surface world. And just kind of look to all the members and say, look. War is coming one way or another. The only thing we have to decide is whether we are in control of it or whether we are reacting to it. As you can see, and I'll kind of point to the map and the markings that Rakath and I have kind of made on it, there are several key areas that we feel are of the utmost importance. Particularly Thundrel, directly above the city of Narashiro, where we have been battling the Sun Elves for quite some
But
time.
near enough.
Little off to the side, but that's all right.
I mean, as far as we're concerned, it's directly above.
Above the territory, yes.
So, what's a couple of 100 kilometers between friends?
I mean, in terms of genocidal warfare, not much.
Like right around here.
That was something we didn't actually mark on the map.
I've marked it now.
I see that. Anyways,
Ish.
and of course,
It's actually probably closer to like here. But
yeah,
whatever.
it's like whatever.
Whatever.
And
What's a
of
few
course,
hundred kilometers between
Gem
friends?
Tadur, where the dwarves currently do battle, and I'll kind of look to the deep dwarves among us and just say, as you can well attest to, there is conflict raging all around you. And then looking to the Ebamari and say, in the city of Goldport, directly above where you reside in your territory. All of these are places that the surface world connects with ours. All of these are very important places. What we would propose is a very simple plan, and that is to have a task force, if you will, comprised of all different races, built with the purpose of fighting a war on the surface in Gem Tadur, enforcing the dwarven strongholds that already, no doubt, exist there. An army comprised of the best of all that our races have to offer. But full frontal warfare is not only costly and dangerous, but doubtful to win us the grand war at the end of the day. However, while we do this, we would propose to have the Ebamari, and I'll look to the Ebamari delegation and say, your people excel at stealth and subterfuge. If you were to use this as a diversion, a chance to overtake Goldport, a chance to further your realm to the surface, while we distract the surface dwellers in Gem Tadur, this could be the beginning of a war that would overtake the surface, leaving us as the victors. But we would, of course, have to defend Narashiro against the incursion from the surface elves. So while simultaneously presenting a defense good enough to outlast them, an offense good enough to draw their concern, and an attack that they would never see coming, we have a chance to force the surface dwellers to unify, and of course, in doing so, seal their own destruction.
There's a silence in the room as people are clearly thinking about it, and you have a powerful persuasiveness to your ways. In that waitful silence, Deep Spine will say, I believe this man could lead our armies. I've seen his success in battle firsthand, moments ago. leading. And like the dwarven delegate Begrifa's like, but Deep Spine says, I think that this is a grand idea. And, the gnomish delegate will nod and say, this is the wisest decision, given all the information and variables we have available to us at this time.
And with that, I'll just kind of look to everybody and say, with the last war, the reason we failed was because we failed to unify truly. Each of us were doing our own thing, trying to push the agendas of our own cultures. And
There
peoples.
is a loud strum of a mandolin. You don't know why we failed. You weren't there. You were not there. I was there. He was there. Motioning to Rofi as this guy, the guy in the corner, the darkling dressed in all black with the wide-brimmed hat that trails down with almost a shawl, pushes himself from the chair. The surface, not only... The surface has first of all, a sun that will burn all of us alive. Even you. You think you can handle the sun, but you can't. If you were actually there, it would burn your very being. And we thought we had a plan around it. We did. And some of your greatest, brightest minds, you came to us to help, and we had our greatest, brightest minds, and we worked together. The surface has something more powerful than a sun. It has heroes abound who are willing to sacrifice themselves to free everyone. And they're going to keep on doing it. They're going to keep on trying. What do you have? Quite strong gentlemen. That we didn't have the first time. Because we were really sure it was going to work the first time. We bet our world on it.
And with that, I'll just kind of look to Rofi to gauge what he's doing right now.
He's gonna get out his gun and thunk onto the table.
It shocks some people. Humorously, Jarviskjir is like... with her spindly fingers.
I will just say, Rofi, now I feel would be an opportune time for your demonstration.
Aether crystals. We've been using them in various little things for a long time. Recently, it has come to our attention that they are capable of quite impressive power. Narashiro saw that firsthand. But I have been working on, and he's going to pull out the batteries, turning that power into something we can use. He's going to pull out the sword as well. I have been using these to power this sword, and it has been quite impressive. But the real power, I think, comes from this. This is essentially, think of a crossbow that fires a melting pellet much faster and with magical energy. Now, while this is very obviously advanced and not easily replicatable, I think the technology itself is replicatable. Excuse me. And he's gonna like go to the door. He's got something behind. Pull out the dummy with the armor. He's gonna like gesture to people who are near it just to stand back.
It would be the Darkling who kind of stands back and flourishes with grand sarcasm for you.
While Rofi is giving this demonstration, Nikki, I would like to...
Bad dog confirmed.
Very bad dog. I would like to intimidate him into being really fucking quiet and cooperative.
Yeah? Okay, you want to give him...
Oh,
Is that
unlike
the
the
Darkling? Feel free to give him the side-eye look.
I am going to use my 16 for that, so it's 17 total.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna back that up with a detect thoughts, and I'm gonna probe deeper with it.
Ooh.
Just like put like that presence on his mind.
Okay.
I will
So-
crush him.
The first thing I want to demonstrate with the aether crystals is what would be, while strong, not exactly that powerful sword. It produces acid. But with the aether crystal powering it, it can do a lot more than it would normally be able to do. And then I'm going to hit it with the tier 3 one.
Yeah. Roll the damage. That's the thing. we
It
wanna
breaks,
see.
that's fine.
Yeah, of course it breaks. I mean, you. First of all, you know, the blade will thrum with energy and enough to kind of almost make the room shake. Then you hit the dummy with the arm. I don't. Where'd you get the armor from? You picked it up.
I
actually-
remember we talked about it last
We
session.
had some
I don't
spare
remember the
scrap
specific about the
armor.
dummy, but there's, you know,
Yeah.
armored dummy,
Armor,
armored
yeah.
dummy, pretty much complete, like, it just cleaves a big melty hole in it, so it, like, falls onto itself and then melts even more into it and bubbles into the ground.
And then, so if we were, I'm starting to incorporate that into this, and he pulls out the cannon. This is loud because it's got the thunder in them at the
Yeah.
moment. And I'm actually going to use a prep point to load in the elemental overload one.
Would recommend those of you with sensitive hearing cover your ears.
The gnomish woman, like, folds her ears
So
in.
notably, when it fires, it doesn't make that much of a sound. There's just
When
the static fills the room. Everyone's like hairs go on end. But when it hits,
Yeah, it's gonna leave a nice hole in the ground as it goes through the molten slag of the dummy, and then booms into a nice little crater.
so the advantage is that not only does it use the arcane energy to propel itself, which is deadly as is, it uses that energy to then make a detonation on impact of various elements. I've been able to, I can make something that burns, something that, it has electricity. It's there's various things we can put into it. But
The gnomish
I believe
woman
a
will.
simpler version of this could be made and replicated at a much larger level.
The gnomish woman will say, "If you had a factory, do you believe it could be replicated enough to fit a team with these weapons?"
I think so. I mean, I have, yes, I believe so. With the aether crystal to power it, I just need to refine it a little more so it's a little more stable. But yes,
Side note, the guy, the Darkling delegate, does fail the detect thoughts check. And his mind is this screaming whirl of the moment the Darkling civilization fell.
he's stuck in the past.
Explicitly a group of heroes just cleaving through them and destroying this large Arcana Tech device. It's clearly Arcana Tech, but it's not similar to what Sumo or Rofi use. And when that falls, you know, the city basically collapsing, and it's all in dramatic flashback fashion. But that's what is on his mind. There's a bit of a pause. Narashiro will say, "Then what you're bringing to this meeting is forming a specialized military to be commanded by Vos Nor of House Nor, wielding weapons of Grand Arcana Tech designed by Rofi of the Darklings. And you believe that this technology will be able to give us an even further edge against the battle to come. Of your strategy."
Then I'll just look to her and say, I do. Imagine a legion of our soldiers equipped with these types of weapons. But weapons can only take you so far. Then I'll look to our Darkling friend and say, what we have this time that we did not is heroes of our own. The surface thinks they are the only ones with drive and determination and a willingness to sacrifice themselves. I can speak personally and of many of my kin that I have seen on the field of battle who are willing to lay down their lives time and time again for something that they believe in. Is Narashiro alone in this? Are we the only ones willing to sacrifice ourselves, willing to sacrifice everything for a shot at that which was denied to us centuries ago, millennia ago? That is what this treaty was made for.
She will say, all those in favor? And there is a waitful pause, and the 3 delegates that have a vote, her, Begrifa, and the Gnomish delegate will say, aye. Not all at once. The Dwarven delegate is more hesitant than others. Well then, I suppose the time to draft up grand battle plans is now. We shall move this city into a place of planning. Or into a place of planning. There cannot be any more...
Suffice.
Yes. And we will need the services of he who created it, who will be able to give you grand assistance, Rakath, as an information acquisitions expert.
List, yes.
I
would actually ask, because this is a joint effort, that your best and brightest information acquisition specialists also join me on this. I believe we should form the IAS more officially.
I was saying you needed a name, and here it is! Boom. All those in favor? Aye. There is a stamping. The Gnomish delegate, has been writing and carving, and there is a stamp clearly put on the record as law. And I think that's the perfect place to actually end it here, not only for today, but for a little while, as we prepare for the next part of this campaign, Narashiro Dawn. We are going to do a couple of other things on Sundays until then. Couple of secrets, couple of mysteries, a couple of not so secrets, to be entirely honest. Couple of things we talked about quite a bit. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about a war campaign featuring the bad guys.
We are the Empire.
Yeah. It'll be pretty neat. Sometimes the bad guys win. Also, I won't feel bad when I destroy you. But
yeah, most of us won't be on the field of battle. Sorry, Voss. It'll be nice knowing you.
Oh, it's D&D. I'll get you there somehow.
I'm gonna be dealing with assassins, I'm sure, more frequently. You know.
Yeah, we'll work something out. It will be a very different setup, very different sort of thing. May even have to do some jiggery pokery, some new things, some experiments.
Jiggery pokery.
Jiggery pokery. Like I said, there will be more Sunday stuff after Christmas. Christmas off. I might still be doing some stuff on some Sundays. I will let you know, obviously. Yeah, is there anything any of you want to say? A quick little
about that?
About anything.
about anything.
Not anything.
One day, Rakath will let Yuna convince him to dig into his past, but that's this day.
When the
There's
war is
war at
won,
hand.
you're old
Just
old
gonna
men.
start probing subtly. Eventually, I'll get modified memory, so you won't even remember.
I feel
I
like
have to.
eventually we need to go on a quest to like try to get the fucking
Fomorians in the army.
Fomorians on board.
Yeah.
And that will be the time.
There
when
are a
Rakath-
lot of
Yeah.
other factions that could be added to the army because it will be a very Fire Emblem type thing. It'll be okay. Which of these battles do you want to put your stamp on, or you could try and get some of the other factions. Of the other factions mentioned, there are Dramfirs, which if you don't know, that means like half vampire. There are the Fomorians. There are the Hanarobe, who are those plant people.
Yep.
Hey.
Darrow. The Cult of the Undersun. Maybe you could do something with the Mushroom Elves. There's a lot of freaks and geeks down in the Underdark that could be useful in one way or another and have something to bring and gain. But who knows? Who knows how that season's going to go?
It'll be-
Because we have a while to prep it.
It'll be
So
interesting
many
because
things.
I like that Rofi has gotten a purpose now, but from before when he was just like, I just want to make better tech. Now he's like, I have a reason to make one a better tech.
Yes.
And I kind of picture Rofi seeing if he can get any of the Darklings in on it, because
You're
like,
going to need a team.
they're obviously and they're obviously good with that kind of tech. It's just a matter of convincing them why this is going to work, whereas last time it didn't. And I think the big point is the last one had one big point of failure. Like the
actually
big machine, if that
had-
fails.
It actually had two. But we'll
Oh.
get into that
Oh,
after
okay.
a time skip. Because, of course, there'll be plenty of time for y'all to prep for the time of war.
We're gonna have something going on in the middle between this, though.
Yes,
Not
yeah.
just-
It's not going to be
random.
just a...
Yeah.
It's also gonna be Jarviskjir.
Yeah, there's going to be some non-Jarviskjir. There's going to be some Jarviskjir. We have some ideas about how we're going to do things a little differently that might be good, might be bad, might be in between. We'll see. Who cares?
It's gonna be fun either way.
Let's just have a little fun and make some good shit. And also
I'm excited to play an idiot.
maybe
That's
enslave
my-
the world.
That's my next
While we're at
plan.
it.
Is to play an idiot.
Yep.
I'm excited to play a character who talks with a southern accent.
No!
Oh no!
So you're going to play an orc? Because orcs canonically have southern accents in Jarviskjir.
That is actually true.
It is
They
true.
do.
I'll be a half
that is
orc.
great.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes.
I'm actually really into the idea of that character being a half orc. That would be
My
very
pappy
nice.
never taught me to talk so good.
I get to play another wizard.
You do.
Yeah.
Another wizard.
Yeah.
Great
Mm.
It's the best class. That's just how it is.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Sorry,
it
other
is-
classes.
It
You
is.
don't have.
but,
You
like,
don't hold a candle to a wizard. And wizards love candles.
I'm excited to play a class not usually how it's played.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, that's true. We've been talking about this. We have.
This has been
can
a.
Can I do a small spoiler for it?
Okay, you can do a small spoiler.
It's
It's not really a secret, to be
Hesh,
fair.
Yeah.
Hesh
Still.
and I are going to be playing
Yes.
twins in the next Jarviskjir game, and we're both really excited about it. We've been
You know what?
planning this for a little while.
Should we
You wanna-
should we spoil? Should we
Yeah.
say so?
Let's just
The
talk about
plan is
Yeah.
after Christmas we're gonna play Star Wars: Edge of the Empire for a small time. Not Erin. She hates Star Wars. Despite the fact she's
Dude, I
watching
hate-
Star Wars this week.
I hate
On the
fun.
opening weekend. But that's not her fault. That's Eric's fault. So
Yeah.
you know. Yeah.
And then after we do a little Star Wars game, we're going to do a game that I'm pretty sure it was a joke name, but it's also just the name is Amelia's Detective Agency.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
We'll finally get Jarviskjir Noir. And that's what, we like to do things a little differently each time. and that's the way to do it. And why don't we go around the wheel and tell people a little bit about ourselves for the final time until next year, until 2020.
Yeah.
Put your big boy pants on. Josiah,
Yeah, I
who
know.
is first in the wheel and has been
He was
for
He was
27
grabbing his microphone
episodes.
so he could do an ASMR thing of a Fomorian eye rolling.
That's illegal, thanks.
Oh,
I genuinely
Anyways.
thought that was a disconnected microphone you were using as a prop. Because that
Oh,
would
yeah,
very much be
same.
something you would do.
It
I might
absolutely
actually
is.
have one of those.
Anyways, yeah, what's going on, guys? I am Josiah, also known as Dungeon Dad. I'll talk quietly because we're right in the microphone, but so we got to have this little moment together. I make YouTube videos about monsters. They're pretty neat. I also make videos that are very controversial, like making objective statements in the video title that people on Reddit don't watch the video and call me rude things. And then I say, "Did you watch the video?" And they say no. And then I say, "Well, watch the video." And they say, "Oh, I'm sorry, it was a joke." And I say, "Yeah." Humans are the best race in D&D. I have a video about why. And I plan on doing a video that contradicts everything I said in that video about every other race in D&D. So you can look forward to that. Anyways, my YouTube channel's a garbage fire. Check it out. It's just Dungeon Dad on YouTube. That's the pitch.
That's it. That's the tweet.
So you feel free to bunt it. That's a baseball joke.
Okay. Someone else who doesn't care for baseball jokes is Aaron.
I played baseball for a long time.
God damn it!
Know about
I
it.
took a gamble and I failed.
I
Yeah.
couldn't do sports when I was younger. Hi, I'm Aaron. I'll see you guys in a few weeks. I won't keep you guys very long because my puppies have reached like peak playtime.
We usually would have like another 2 hours on this.
I know. They just, yeah.
The
Anyway,
puppies
bye.
want to watch Star Wars.
Mm,
Puppies
no
love
one
the
should want to
Mandalorian.
watch Star Wars.
Puppies can't
Rofi
wait to chew on Baby Yoda.
also dead.
Hi, I'm Tesh of the Tesh Tube on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. You should follow me on Twitter because I post cute animal gifs and keep you up to date on all the things I'm doing. And you should follow me on Twitch because I am playing a lot of various RPG games. Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War, Warframe, Dauntless, and actually in Warframe at the moment, a friend of mine, Lord Minion 777, also known as Wade, has started a clan on Warframe, and I'm helping him get it set up and get people invited to it and all that stuff. So I'll probably be doing some streams of Warframe soon where people can join the clan.
Speaking of the clan, William.
Do not. Oh my god. I'm a bald man. You actually cannot make that joke about me.
Oh no!
Like,
yeah.
That's a huge problem.
It's not a joke. Everyone.
No, it absolutely. Oh my god, I hate you.
Report
Just
Will and
mild slander today.
First of all, it's libel, but yes.
They're the same thing.
This is straight up defamation.
And that's a
Like-
very
like,
William
actually, no,
thing
this
to
would
tell
be
me
slander.
that I used the wrong one.
It actually
By the
would be
way.
slander. I was incorrect because I'm
Again-
so used to seeing it in writing.
William
Which
doubling
is,
back
in writing,
to
it would be libel. If it were spoken, it is slander. Anyways, it is defamation either way. But regardless of that,
You have to be paid
you can find
first.
me at Will and Graham
Fomorian.
on Twitter and on Twitch, which I am doing a lot more Twitch streaming now. I'm going to be taking a break over Christmas though as well because I'm going to go spend some time with family. But in the new year, you can expect weekly streams at the very least, probably a little bit more than that as well when I can manage it. I'm going to be finishing up The Last Jedi before I go on that vacation. Or not The Last Jedi, Fallen Order. Jedi Fallen Order. I am going to finish watching The Last Jedi again in preparation for Rise of Skywalker. That's a separate thought. But anyways, I'm going to finish up Jedi Fallen Order, I think on Tuesday this week. We'll see. I've been exhausted after work, so we'll see. If not Tuesday, then Friday when I'm going to go. But yeah, and someone who is apparently doing defamation of me now is Ollie.
I mean,
Ollie,
like,
where can people
always
find you?
since the beginning.
Yeah, yeah.
It's from a place of love.
Uh-huh. I don't think it... Alright, anyways.
Look, I only have the last sentence of everyone's blurb to go with. And if I'm given what I'm given, I gotta go with it. I can't believe you guys haven't been using this against me yet.
That's true. Oh, now you've said it.
You won't
Now I'm
remember.
Here's the thing.
You're right.
I definitely do use it against you sometimes.
Untrue.
That's true.
Untrue. I have a lot of
Untrue,
stuff
that's
going
true.
on. I have a lot of cool stuff. I've got the coolest stuff. My stuff, the best stuff, the greatest stuff. You can watch it here. Twitch.tv. We're playing Pokemon, and it's been a great community thing. If you're not a part of it, be a part of it. If you don't want to be a part of it, I will be taking some time off around Christmas, but really just check the Discord, check the Twitter. I'll be doing stuff. It just might not be at the usual times. But I've been enjoying doing stuff in general lately. You can support this show on Patreon and the new stuff. There might even be some teasers for the new stuff before it gets to there. On that Patreon, I'm currently being a bit better about Jarviskjir lore and monsters that I've made. I have a gazillion things, but I haven't shown you, and I'm starting to post them again and stuff like that. There's also, for $5 or more a month, you can get a whole extra show that is a Jarviskjir high school game. If you want to learn from the aspect of a student in Jarviskjir, you genuinely can, if you're interested in that. The lessons are full real time most of the time, because I hate myself, apparently. But it's fun and interesting. And so all of you, kids at home, I hope you don't miss these characters too much. There's no joke there. That's just how it is. I think that's everything. I think we got everything. Oh yeah, check out for some big stuff coming in the next year. I think that's
And
it.
to everyone at home, happy holidays.
Yes! Happy holidays. I hope you have a nice minced pie and a holiday meal of your choosing with the people of your choosing or your in-laws. One way or another.
As long as you cover one of the two
It
options.
literally can't be both.
That's the joke.
It's not
Alright.
a joke. It's like Christmas.
Alright. See you next time. Watch
guy
this
loves
space.
His mother-in-law.
What a nerd.